praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. So Yahweh is the name of the Most High, who the world called God. Ba'ashem means in the name. Yahushua, the Son of Man, who the world called Christ. So now, we're going to get into current events, right? Because we know they about to implement this chip. Maybe through a vaccine, you feel me? Whatever form they implement this chip, you know, first and foremost, don't take it. Because Revelation 13 and 16 says, 14 and 9 says, well, receive the mark. Matter of fact, let me get that. I don't want to misquote it. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive the mark in his forehead or on his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So you're going to be destroyed if you take that chip. I don't give a damn if you hungry, you ain't eating 5-10 days, you feel me, and they come with some food and say take this chip and you can eat. Nah, that's when your faith comes into play. You feel me? You need to trust in the Lord. It's about trusting the Lord, man. You gotta trust him. Because you gotta realize, even if whatever you go through, the Lord can get you out of. You feel me? The Lord can deliver you out of any situation. You have to get that understanding of the Lord in your mind. You feel me? Because the Lord, what? When Elijah was in the, I believe he was in the caves. I believe, Salaki if I'm wrong. But he had the ravens feed him. Like birds, he had birds come feed him. You feel me? He had water come down from a rock. So the Lord can feed you. You feel me? Even when we was in the wilderness, he had manna rain from the sky. You feel me? The Lord can do anything he wants to do, man. So this is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man, but God is faithful. So there's nothing that's going to overtake you, that's going to happen to you, that another man hasn't already been through. You feel me? Who will not, but God is faithful, right? Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So he's not going to put more on you than you can handle. You heard this term, this saying all your life. God ain't going to put more than your plate that you can eat, than you can eat. You feel me? He going to put enough. And you just have to remember, if it's something that seems like it's a lot, just remember in your spirit, the Lord said he not going to put more on me than I can handle. So I must be strong enough to handle this. You feel me? That's how you have to look at it. It's all about perspective. You got to have that perspective. That positive perspective on what the Lord is doing. Oh, he's doing this for a reason. Why is he doing this? I don't know why you doing it, Lord, but I'm going to go with the flow. You feel me? I'm going to trust that you, whatever's happening, that you're going to pull me through it. That you're going to deliver me from the situation. Whether that be you be in prison, you feel me? You be in the guillotine, about to get your head chopped off. You got to realize that you must be a martyr. And what the Lord say about martyrs, they're going to be the first back, wreaking havoc. You feel me? You're going to be wreaking havoc. You dying for your nation, bro. You feel me? That's how you got to look at it. It's all about perspective. You got to have the perspective that everything you're going through, the Most High ordained this to happen, and that he's not going to put more on you than you can handle, and that you are strong enough to handle whatever situation that the Lord got you in. You feel me? But with the temptation also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it. So it might be something that's like, it feels overwhelming to you. But what? The Lord is going to he's gonna find. He's gonna give you a way to escape it. You feel me? He's gonna give you a way to get out of it. He's gonna deliver you. You feel me? And there's examples of that all through the scriptures, man. I'm gonna read this in during the time of the apostles, man. Cause what? The things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. You feel me? These things were written for our learning. So I'm gonna get to a couple of accounts in the scriptures. This Acts 12:1. Start at 1. Now about the time that Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. So he killed one of the apostles. You feel me? Herod, this King Herod, he killed one of the apostles. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. So the King Herod took Peter. Now he killed James. Now he has Peter. But let's see what the Lord did. This verse 4. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison. Right? And he delivered him with 4 quintorions of soldiers to keep him. Quintorion is 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. 16 soldiers to keep him. Intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. So the prayers. So our brothers and sisters out there who pray for us when we on the line, man, your prayers matter. Your prayers are important, man. So keep praying, keep praying for us. You feel me? I remember the Kendrick Lamar song. He kept saying, ain't nobody praying for me, man. Your prayers are important, man. Your prayers are important. So keep praying for the men of your nation, the warriors on the front line, putting their life on the line. The brothers who in the back, you feel me, doing what they gotta do. You feel me? Who don't get to shine. You feel me? They're just important as the ones on the front line. You feel me? So we all a body. We gotta pray for each other, man. And it's showing you that prayer is important. Because what? Prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. So the church was, which is the people, was praying for him. You feel me? And when Herod would have brought him forth the same night, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, bound with 2 chains, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. So he had guards around him and bound in prison, Peter. Right? And behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him, and a light shined in the prison, and he smote Peter on the side. So the angels smacked Peter on the side and raised him up. So he smacked Peter on the side, get up. That's like saying, arise up quickly, and his chains fell off from his hands. So his chain, when the angel came, he smacked Peter on the side, told him to get up, and his chains came off of him. So the Lord sent an angel to deliver Peter in prison between 2 soldiers. You feel me? So what did it say in 1 Corinthians? Let's jump back to 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you but such as is common to man, but God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape. So what? His way to escape was what? The Lord sending an angel to deliver him. So whatever situation you in during these times, whether you be out in the wilderness, you feel me, the Lord have you run into the wilderness, you out there by yourself, pitch black, dark, around animals, you feel me, wild animals, you gotta know that the Lord is, he's gonna protect you, bro. He's gonna guide you. You feel me? You just have to trust in him. That's all it is, man. So like, what's that? Psalms 37. Psalms 37. No, that's Psalms 55. Psalm 55 and 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So the Lord he's our God. He's our protector. He's our rock. He's our salvation. So during these times, you have to lean on him and him only. Don't lean on your guns. What your weapons going to do? I got a few weapons. I'm not leaning on them, though. I'm leaning on the Lord, man. You have to cast your burdens upon the Lord. That's why people be stressed out, man. Because you're not casting your burdens on the Lord. You trying to figure it out yourself. You feel me? You trying to handle it yourself. When you cast your burdens on him, put it on him. You feel me? He got you. You feel me? He's strong enough. You don't think the Lord's strong enough to handle whatever you're going through? Or to help you through whatever you're going through? You feel me? That's where you gotta have faith, man. You can get that in 2 Corinthians 5. 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. So we walk by faith. What is faith? The substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. So we can't see faith. You feel me? Faith is really trust and hope. Trust and hope. That's faith. Hope that the Lord, everything that you read in the scriptures is true. And trust that they are true at the same time. You have to trust that they are true. And hope. You feel me? That the Lord will deliver you, man. Faith is trust and hope in the Lord. You feel me? Trust that He's omnipotent. He's the one true power. You feel me? And that whatever He wants to happen, He can make happen. You feel me? Matter of fact, let me get that in it's Isaiah 59 and 1. Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither is his ear heavy that it cannot hear. So the Lord, he got reach, man. He can get you. He can deliver you and he can get your ass. But the point is he can deliver you, man. His hands are not shortened that he can't save you. He hear your prayers, man. He hear you. If you're righteous, if you're just, if you're trying your best to live by the law, statutes, and commandments, he hears you, man. You feel me? But you gotta understand, it's not on your time. It's on the Lord's time. You feel me? That's what patience. That's why the scriptures say so much to have patience. Because you gotta have patience. It's not gonna be on your time all the time. Sometimes you might pray for something and it come right away like that. Sometimes you might pray and it don't happen till months later. But you prayed for it. For what? The Lord had to get you to a certain point to where you could appreciate it. You feel me? Or that you can be able to handle what you prayed for. You feel me? So everything is not on your time. Remember, 1,000 years is as one day to the Lord. So his time is different. You feel me? So you definitely got to have patience. Because we're not working on our time right now. Yeah, we see the prophecies coming to pass. We see all these things happening. But still, the Most High can slow down and speed up time whenever he wants to. So you got to always be mindful that it's not our script. This is the Lord's script. And we just got to play our part. You feel me? Be submissive to our part. You feel me? Now another account in Acts. I'm going to get. This is Acts 16. Let's talk about Paul and Silas. I'm going to start at 22. Acts 16:22. And the multitude rose up together against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them. So the apostles getting beaten, all that, had their clothes ripped off them and all that, man. And when they had laid many stripes upon them, they cast them into prison, charging the jailer to keep them safely. So they beat Paul and Silas, man. You feel me? They got beat. The apostles got beat physically. You feel me? 24. Who having received such a charge, thrust them into the inner prison, and made their feet fast in the stocks. This is the point I want, though, right here. Verse 25. And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto God, and the prisoners heard them. So they sang praises, started singing spiritual songs, you feel me? Praising the Lord. After they've been beat and thrown in jail. Think of the level of faith you have to have, the level of trust that you have to have in the Lord. You in jail right now. You just been beat. You just got your ass whipped. And now you in jail. Now you singing praise to the Lord. Think about the trust you have to have. You feel me, in the Lord. That He's going to deliver you. That's the trust that they have. You feel me? The Lord is going to deliver me. I'm not worried about nothing that's going on right now. You can beat my ass. You can do all this. I'm not worried about none of this right now. I'm praising the Lord. Thanking Him. You feel me? Verse 26. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken, and immediately all the doors were open and everyone's bands were loose. So the Lord had an earthquake happen. He had an earthquake happen. He delivered them the first time. He delivered Peter by the angel. This time he delivered Paul and Silas by an earthquake. So the Lord, His hand is not shortened that He cannot save. He controls all the elements. He controls wind, fire, water. He controls everything. The animals. He controls it all. You feel me? So don't worry about whatever situation you're going through. Have trust and hope in the Lord, man. This is Lamentations 3:26. I'm going to start at 25. The Lord Yahweh is good unto them that wait for Him, to the soul that seeketh Him. It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord Yahweh. So there go that word hope again. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. So that faith is your hope. Trusting also, I believe, in my opinion, trust, you have to trust. Feel me? Also, trust in the Lord, man. And have hope, man. You feel me? Because without hope, without trust in the Lord, you worried about what's coming next. You feel me? You worry about everything besides just having faith and going out on a limb and saying, you know what? I can't control nothing. I can't control nothing that happened. So I might as well trust the Lord. I can't control none of this shit that happened. So all I can do is trust the Lord. You feel me? That's what a lot of our people going to have to get to that level. The Most High is going to have to bring you to that level. He's going to have to chastise you to make you realize you control nothing. You feel me? I control all this going on. And I can have whatever I want to happen. If you're on my good side, I'll deliver you. But if you're on my bad side, I'll torment you. You feel me? Just have that trust, man. Because what? Isaiah 59, let's get it. Because we know what's about to happen. We know what's about to happen. They about to come at us, man. So you brothers out there, you Akim, Akwaf out there, who watching this, we got to have faith in these times, man. Our faith is going to be tested. You feel me? to the max. Gonna be tested. That's why I said hope, but the scripture says hope and I say trust. The scripture say trust too, but I think that's Psalms 37. Scripture say trust too. They trust in the Lord. Yeah, Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not into thy own understanding. You feel me? That's why you gotta trust the Lord, man. And hope. This is another thing I wanted to get into too. Showing that the animals are gonna help us during these times. The Lord is gonna have the animals help us at these times. Just like in the movie Avatar at the end, when he had the animals rise up and fight with him. That's how the Lord is gonna have this last fight. You feel me? The Lord's going to pull out some tricks. This Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So remember that word, flood. It says when the enemy shall come in like a flood, right? And when a flood comes, you can't stop it, man. There's nothing you can do to stop a flood. So they're going to come in, and there's going to be nothing that we can do to stop it. Just from the sheer numbers. You feel me? But this is Revelation 12 and 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood, right? Same flood that was referring to in Isaiah 59:19. And we know that's our enemies, right? And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman. And we know that the woman to be the nation of Israel. You feel me? That's the woman that is referred to in Revelation 12. The woman is Israel, because what? The Most High likened the daughter of Zion to a comely and delicate woman. Jeremiah 6 and 2. So the woman is Israel. The husband is who the world called Christ. The marriage that it speaks of in Matthew 25. The 10 wise virgins and the 10 foolish. The husband is who the world called Christ. The woman are Israel. You feel me? But he casts out water out of his mouth as a flood. So that's them troopers. Them foreign troopers, you feel me? That they gonna have over here. You feel me? So like that he might cause her to be carried away by the flood. So he's gonna try to destroy us, you feel me? That's why they should be like madmen sparing none, but spoiling those who fear the Lord. You feel me? This verse 16, this is the part I wanted though. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And it says the earth opened up. And that means that the animals, the elements, because the animals are part of this earth. You feel me? They're going to help us. You feel me? Just like the Lord sent ravens to feed Elijah. And when he prayed to the two she-bears came and destroyed the I believe it was like 40 children. Yeah. So the Lord is in control of animals and all that. So this is Sirach 39. We just bought this out yesterday too. Sirach 39 and 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So he says spirits that are created for vengeance. It's about to name the spirits that was created for vengeance, right? It says fire, hell, and famine, and death. All these were created for vengeance. Now this is the part I want. teeth of wild beasts. So teeth of wild beasts were created for vengeance. And what? The Lord is going to lay vengeance upon Edom. You feel me? And these heathen. These other heathen. So what? Teeth of wild beasts are a part of that. So the Lord is going to have animals help us during these times. The earth is going to open up. He's going to allow the animals, or use the animals, to help deliver some of us. You feel me? I'm trying to find that with Elisha called, just prayed, and the Lord sent the she-bears. It's a lot. Lord sent kings, though. Yep. It's, 2 Kings 2. I'm going to start at 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him, and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. So the children was mocking Elisha, right? Verse 24, and he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord Yahweh. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the woods, and tear 42 children of them. So he prayed to the Lord. What? The Lord sent 2 she-bears. And the mother bears are the most protective, too. So they more vicious. You feel me? So the Lord used, what? Animals to destroy, to tear the children that mocked the prophet Elisha. So the same thing in these times are going to happen. The earth is going to open up the mouth and swallow up the flood that he sent after the woman, after Israel. You feel me? So there's no need to be afraid, man. You never know how and what way the Lord is going to deliver you. He can send an angel. He can send a mountain lion. He can send a pack of wolves. You feel me? You can have a bunch of Edomites around you, beat you, tied up and shit. But let's say like Walking Dead, Negan and shit. You feel me? Negan and his crew. You could have Negan and his crew got you tied up, beating your ass. What? The Lord can send a whole pack of fucking wolves mixed with mountain lions together. Had them not even worry about each other. They had them surround the whole shit. They start tearing them up, tearing their ass up. You never know how the Lord can deliver. The Lord can deliver you in miraculous ways. The Lord is going to show his power in these last days. So you just got to expect it, man. Expect to see some miraculous things, man. So I'm gonna get this. 2 more and I'm out. There's Revelation 2:10. Fear none of the things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So the Lord is going to give you a crown of life. It said, be faithful unto death. Sirach 4:28 says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. So keep this truth in your spirit, in your mind, in your heart, you feel me? Which is your mind. Keep this truth within you. Speak it. You feel me? Believe it. Believe it. You feel me? Always keep it with you. Why? Because if you strive for the truth unto death, the Lord is going to fight for you, regardless. So you put in your mind, the more I do this, the more I don't bitch up when say police come to your crib. Say the bolder I stand, and the stronger I stand through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. The Lord Yahweh said in Mark 8, let me get that. Mark 8:38. Whosoever, no, that's not it. Said whosoever confess me before men, I will confess before the Father. So if you've been confessing the name of the Lord and standing firm in His truth, not wavering, not allowing demons to pull you out, the Lord got you, man. You've confessed Him in the world, He's gonna confess. He's confessed you before the Father. So it's nothing to worry about. You feel me? As far as like carnal things, it's nothing to worry about. You feel me? They gonna come. They gonna kill some of us. You feel me? They gonna be like madmen. You seen 2nd Ezra 16, 77 on down. They gonna come like madmen. I mean 67 on down. They gonna come like madmen. That's what the scripture said. But what the Lord said, all these things must come to pass. All these things must come to pass, man. You feel me? So you can't be afraid of these times, man. You feel me? You can't be afraid, bro. Now what's that? I want it. Nah, that's not it. Yeah. This is the last one I'm out. This is Luke 12 and 32. It says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." So it's the Lord's pleasure to give us the kingdom, man. He just waiting for us to get our shit right, man. You feel me? So with that, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakah Quadash. Shalom to the elders and the Akim out there pushing the truth on the four corners. Shalom.